Hello and welcome back to another stream. Sorry I didn't have any music. I wasn't quick enough. I have a tendency to sort of hit go live and not think about it. But yeah, we're gonna be doing the Greeks again, just like yesterday. I was super tired yesterday, so it was. I won't say it wasn't a success. I was expecting to have to go all the way back to chapter one of that book and learn it all again. It would be a total waste of time. But I actually did really quite well. So I will say that was a success. But I didn't do as quite as much as I like. So we're gonna do some more today. The Starting Soon screen you saw there, that's from I think History in 3D. I also threw that together very quickly. I think that would make a much more interesting Starting Soon screen, but it needs some editing work. I want to get some non-copyright music so the Starting Soon can have some music, and I want to put something more interesting on the top. I ruined my scrolling Starting Soon screen text there. When you copy and paste something in OBS, sometimes it's like you don't copy and paste it. You just sort of create a duplicate version of it, and when you edit that, you also edit the original one. Total nightmare. And so I'm gonna have to go recreate my other Starting Soon screen if I want to keep using that. But let's head over. We're gonna be using the hand cam model today, the hand cam screen today. And this is the book that I was talking about in the last stream. The book where I've got basically the book written out in Greek and then sort of a bit of a translation of what these words mean in English. We're going to struggle with the lighting, we always do. This is going to be particularly difficult because the did I cut my fingernails? No, I didn't. Whatever. The page is white. The last time we was reading a book while using this hand cam stream, and the book was slightly off white, but this is white, so it's going to get really washed out. We've got pencil on there, so it's gonna be hard to read, but we'll live. But let's see where we was. Also, I've got I hopefully I won't need it because it's a pain in the ass to use. But I've also got a book here, which is a Greek dictionary, which will help us decipher what some of these mysterious words mean. Yeah, I can get my parts into position. Why can't I move this forward? What's blocking me? My chair is blocking me. Okay. But let's see. Where did we get to last time? Somewhere around here. Here we go. Do you remember? We had got to that sort of chapter 4 where pros to Cheiron, to Crane rather. Blimey, my hands look really fat here. The camera really adds 10 pounds. I swear. Not. But the and so I already had sort of Through the Winter, Philippos and Dikaiopos. The structure of it in English is not really important. I'm just looking for translation of the words. No, I'm not trying to translate. I'm trying to learn the Greek, and so some of these I already don't need. Like I really don't need to annotate Kai. I know that's and that's a very common word, but we'll do it for completeness' sake. And we got quite a way through this, but then it drops off somewhere around here, and we don't have any idea of what these are. Now, I'm also going to open up on my computer the book itself, because the book itself has some hints as to what's going on. And I'll just sort of quickly go over to that. Oh, there we go. Where some of the things have indications as to what they mean. And occasionally the Italian translation, very amusing. But generally speaking, I think we'll mostly stick over to here. I'll refer back to the other one in my own need. Oh, it's very hot today, very hot indeed. I don't know what temperature it is, I don't bother checking that sort of thing. But it's very, very hot. So that let's see. Before we do anything, I'm gonna need some more. Get some more of these bourbon creams. Hello, Slushy. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? It's hot over here, very hot. I walked out to the shop earlier, and it felt like walking into an oven. We're having a go at the Greek again today. We've got some words here written in math symbols. Oh, hang on a minute. Where's Let me copy paste something over. That's funny. Where was it? Oh, yeah. But we've got some Greek here. We want to figure out what it means, and part of the challenge is figuring out what the Greek means, and the other part is figuring out what my handwriting means. I'm eating a biscuit. My water it's not even lukewarm. It's just warm. Alright, let's see. I think the first challenge of the day is going to be figuring out what to do about lighting. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. But actually, we better read a little bit before. Let's just sort of start halfway down this and figure out what we're looking at. And I'll try as much as I can to read from the screen itself, so that if I can read it, you can read it. What do we got? Do we have a start of a sentence anywhere? Let's see. He un murene kai he meleta. Pros te crenen. Spudusin. It's a bit too blurry. Zoom in a little bit. I'm going to have to replace this tape at some point. It's gone tacky as it's quite old. Kai dia perusi. Dia perusi. Through travel. Dia means through, I believe, so perusi must mean travel, or maybe I've got it the other way around. Tain Komen, the town. I'd probably change the angle of this a little bit. It's like so. That's a bit better. It's a bit more natural looking. Tain Komen. He di Kome. Megale. That's them. He di Murene. Ti kai he meleta. Tain Odon. Uk. This is a bit of a brain bender. I'm not really looking at this myself, unless it's a word I don't know. But it's very... I can still see it anyway. I'm not physically blocking it, so I'll read ook and I'm thinking not in my brain, and I'm almost saying not, and I'm not thinking of ook, I'm thinking of not. It's very unintuitive. Tenodon, ook, agnusin. That was one we struggled on the other day. It's where we get the word agnostic from. Agnusin. Agnos. Agnusin. Pole. Hold on, what did they not know? The road they did not know. I think that's a full stop there. They did not know the road. I guess they didn't know where they were going. Is that it? Is that what they're saying? Poloi Hede. Is that Hede or Erde? Hold on. Have I've got already here, but I could have... No, maybe it is Erde. You see, this little apostrophe here, if this is drawn like this apostrophe, I can probably zoom in a bit further. You see, when this apostrophe is drawn like this means it's a H sound. But when it's drawn like this, ignore the one next to it. When it's drawn like this, it means it's not a H sound. You see here, this is another one here. This is ignore this H letter here. This is the Greek letter eta. It's a capital eta, and it means it's like an E sound. But because it's got this apostrophe here, where it's like a H sound anyway. There we go. Hodon. This is O-D-O-N. I know that looks like a V, but that's an N. That's nu. This is delta, a lowercase delta, and these are omicron, but they're just O's. Hodon, meaning road. Or maybe it's hodon, I'm not sure. Actually, we probably could figure this out, actually. This one here, this little mark here, this is called a grave accent, which is different from this one, which is an acute accent. It's about the direction it's going. Also, not to be confused with these things. This is why Greek is a terrible language. There's also this third one here called a circumflex, where it goes up and then down. And these are about, I don't know if it's pitch or accent or whatever, but it indicates how you're pronouncing it. It's too subtle for me to really understand. But that would tell us it's hodon, I'm guessing. They pretty, like the emphasis or something goes down, I believe. Where was we? Tain hodon, uk agnosin, poloi ede, anthlopoi, entais hodois, estin, asin. There's another interesting thing about this language. It's very similar to Latin, and probably a few other languages of this era, maybe even some modern languages, but certainly not English. The word changes depending on what its role is in the sentence. Here they were speaking of the road, and they use the word odon. But here they speak of the road and they use hodois. It both means road, but it's written differently. And it's the ending that had changed. It went from on to ois. And I couldn't tell you off the top of my head what it means, but I think it's a plural accusative. I think that's what it is. I think they're talking the road here is being used as a sort of the objects in the sentence. Or no, it's preposition. I think they're in the road. Entais hodois. And it's singular. There's only one road. Or maybe. Sorry, I can't lecture this. I don't know enough actually to speak confidently. But the point is that what's going on in the sentence changes it, so you don't have to write other words beside it. You just change the word itself, which is what is a big part of what makes these languages difficult, because it's very different from English. The benefit of that is that it means you can rearrange the sentence in ways because the meaning of it is in the word itself and not the way the sentence is written. But let's see where we were. Entais hodois asim. Oi ga georgoi. Now I'm making a mistake here continuously. I'm saying georgoi, but I'm pretty sure the j sound, like a J sound, is not applicable to here. This is gamma. This is a g sound. This is G, and I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Georgoi. I keep saying Georgoi, meaning the farmers. But we'll live. It's not the end of the world. Apo tes comes pros tos agros. Spudessun meta. Oh, think. Spudessun. Metatain dulon. Meta, among. But this meta can also mean, I think, above. And sort of around. It's where we get the word meta from, like metagaming and to speak meta. Metaphysics and sort of to speak on the topic of something. But here it means among. Meta tondulon, the slave. En di te come. Monon, that's where we get the word mono from, like mono and stereo, meaning singular. Mono. Monon, only. Monon, tapedia, kai I Guneakes. Menusen. They remain. Okay, we've caught up as much as we perhaps can. Now we have to enter into unknown territory and try to figure this out. And this is going to be very difficult for me because I'm very rusty on this. And so while I could read it, can I write a word above it and be confident that that is right, and not right nonsense? Let's see. Already I'm lost. Maybe Ukie. I'm already lost. Ukie Ente Kome. Okay, we've got town. Let's get some easy wins. And it's the town. Okay, I definitely can't write while looking at the screen. There's a slight delay. Megala. Not big. It is. Town is not big. Agroikos. Is this referring to the field? The Ikerne. Ikerne. Now we've got dia here, and we said dia here means through. Dia Tauto. We're not off to a good start, but let's keep going through it. I'm going to guess through. I can always erase it later, once I figure out where my eraser is. Oi Giogai, the farmers. This is plural farmers. Oi is another the definitive article, so we know that. Oh, this is N, I believe. Tes oikies. Now, does oikies refer to oikies? Sheep? Was it sheep? No, that was one that began with a B. Here's how we're going to solve this problem. We're just going to look back until we find the word. We had oikies recently. So I'm going to look for one. We can't go back too far because that won't help us. There we go. We've got that dia word there. And we wrote through. Oh yes, and sheep was probata. Hold on, I've got this fan in my hair. It's blowing my hair. That's not nice. I don't dare turn it off. Now, it's also possible that it's a new word that we haven't seen. Hello, Edgy. Welcome. It's also possible this is a new word we haven't seen, in which case I'm going to have to go look through the PDF and see if we can find oikes. We've also got to figure out where we were in the book. We're somewhere, here we go. We got this word oikies here. This is what we're looking for. There's oikies. Agroikos, and it also gives us what was it in the previous page? No. That's okay, we have another strategy for finding what this word means. And there's a dictionary. Let's have a look. Here I have written on the side, because unlike English, I really don't know the alphabet order for Greek, so I've written it on the side. And we're looking here for O. And these are not very precise, so it's going to take us a while to find O. We're not on O, we're on pi. Is pi after O or before O? See, this is the trouble. Have you found a pattern to the order? there is a here we go. O was the one previous one, and we got to find oikos. So we got to find I. So where does I come in the Greek alphabet? It comes somewhere near the start. I. So what have we got? We've got... See, this is what makes it really low. I know that rho... Sorry, I know it's a bit blurry. You can't really see, but I'll zoom in once we find it. So we know we've got to go find where O is. O-I. Lambda. That's gamma. Gamma is the third letter in the alphabet. There we go. Here we go. O-I. Now we've got to find oikios. What was the word called? The word was... Oikies, but the specific form doesn't really matter. It's probably just oiki. Here we go. We've got some. Oiki. I don't know. Let's keep searching. Now we're going to find kappa. Here we go. We've got we're getting closer. We found oiki, so we gotta keep looking. Are we going in the right direction? We'll find out if we don't. Oikia, here we go. Oikia. A house. Ah, there's our answer. It's a house. And what was the context of all this? Of this house? An extra table bed to put this stuff on. Let's put house here before we forget. House. Let's see. Something through Tauto. We'll figure out Tauto later. And here, this is a definitive article. The house. Oh, also, sorry, I forgot to respond earlier. Yes. Yes. Although I'm not sure it's proper to say congrats on the model since I made it myself. If I'd gotten the model from elsewhere, then surely it would say congrats, but I made it myself. So I can't, I don't know. I haven't won the model. I made the model. Let's see, the farmer's the house. Philusin. I'm guessing this means they like the house. I'm guessing this comes from like philo, meaning, attract, like. But I'm not sure. Let's head over to the PDF and see if that gives us any hints. Where was it? Somewhere here. Philusin. We have nothing, which probably means it's an old word. And this is the kind of word which is unlikely to appear. Or, well, no, it will appear in a dictionary, but yeah, these words tend to be more difficult. Let's have a look anyway. We're looking for philu, or philo. I'm pretty sure it means attraction, but I'm not sure. I'm guessing it's going to translate to they. Okay, hold on. Where's my other table? Let me bring this. Sorry, I need to get another table so I can put my dictionary constantly. Need a bit of order here. Oh, I better put a paperweight on that so it doesn't, the wind doesn't, knock the pages over and I lose where I was. Excuse me. Okay. Philusin. We're looking for pi. No. Yes, pi. Pi. Do you see pi? No. Wait. No. Sorry, it's not pi. Sorry, it's even though Philusin sounds like it's rho. Much later on, it is this one here, right at the bottom. Let's go to that. Have we gone past it? I think we've gone past it. Here we go. Pi. And we've got to find now we've got to find iota again. Here we go. Oh, we've already gone to philo. Ah, yes, here we are. Philo. And this one, hold on, this says there are many philo words. Do we have philo on its own? Just out of curiosity. Why am I not seeing philo on its own? Well, we don't need. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. I told you this word would be difficult to find, but you see all these other words, and we even have philo georgos, love of farming. It's obvious that this means love, attraction, satisfaction, that sort of thing, and all these other philo words. It is interesting that I don't see philo on its own. Dictionaries tend to be like that. Unless on its own it's spelt differently. Let's have a look for that. Let's look for philo with an omega. Which, as you'll know if you've read it in the Bible, omega is the end, the last word in the Greek alphabet. But no, it's not here anyway. Doesn't matter. So, philusin. Everything after philo, this is just the grammatical structure, indicating that it's plural, I think, accusative. They like, or they love. Mala, greats. Greatly. Kairousin. Ah, here we go. We got kairos. We had this word before. Let's see what it said. Let's see if we can remember what it said. I think it might have said pretty. But let's have a look. See if we can find kairos. Was that kairos with a kai? It was kairos with a kai. It's very difficult to find words with my own handwriting. There's a Kyrie. I wonder if that was the same word. This means happy. And it's even being used in the same sort of Mala Kyrie. Mala Kairusin. I believe these are the same words. Happy. I'm going to take the gamble and say that that means happy. And it's, oops. Hold on. Time to find the eraser. Where could that be? I don't see it there. I've packed away a lot of stuff, so the eraser could be anywhere. Check the drawers first. Must mean it's in my thing. We found a box of stuff. Let's see if there's an eraser in it. There is one. There's another one. Any more? There's another one. These are all very old. Okay. Let's see which pencil eraser punishes us the least. This one seems like it's quite hard. This one seems the softest, but it's a bit dirty. Don't like how dirty it is. Do I have anything to scrape this dirt off? It's not sticky, it's dried out. Do I have anything rough? Nothing rough here. No, I think we'll just live with it. And let's see how this goes. It seems to work. A bit. It's quite old. I haven't used that in probably 10 years. Okay. What's next? Epee. Epee meta taerma. This means wool, I think. Taerma. Epee. I think this means above. Around the wall. In the field. Oikade. I think this means wool. But let's check. Now, I remember this was quite early on in the book, so we may be able to find this. Let's see. There was somewhere they were talking about carrion. Irma. Or Herma. Where we get the god Hermes from, I assume. Wool. That's right. Meta epee. Epee. What does epee mean? I think for this one, let's go consult the dictionary. And once again, we've got to find out. We've got to go find eta, or epsilon rather. Sorry, not eta. Epsilon. And it was, what was the one we were looking for? Was it epee? Was it epee? Epee. So now we're going to go find pi. Let's have a look. Is that before or after kappa? Let's go back and see if it is. It's definitely after gamma. Is it after iota? I think it's definitely before mu. Yes, we can check the dictionary. Where is pi? Sorry, that's too zoomed out. Can't even see pi. Pi is before, it's after. No, it's quite further down. It's a lot further down than I thought. I think it may even be. Is this zeta? Here we go. epsilon pi. Now we've got to find... I've forgotten the word again. Epei. Epsilon. Epsilon is very early on. Here we go. Epei. Can we find epei on its own? Here we go. Epei. And this was it just epei? It was just epei. What does epei mean? Time. After. When. Since. See, this is one of those very difficult words. In Latin, this would probably be one of those qui words. But here we have a very multi-purpose word. What could it be referring to? Let's see what the sentence says. The sentence says they're greatly happy about the house. Epei met the wall in the field. What could it mean? When? Since? All that? What makes this more challenging is that there's another word here. In fact, let me go get my bookmark so I can save this page. I keep a lot of these bookmarks. They're just strips of paper that I've cut in half. So we can save that page. And we're going to go look for another word now. We're going to go look for meta. Because that is another tricky word, I believe. And then now this is mu. You can see on the side of my book here. Mu. And we're looking for meta. This is the lowercase mu, by the way. It looks like a U. And this is why we did the. It's why micrometer is drawn with that symbol. It is the Greek letter mu. But we've got to find meta. We've already found mesa. I think sigma comes after tau. Is it tau? Was it? I think it might be tau. Does it come after? I think it does. Meno, mero. I feel like I'm missing it. Let's keep going. Ah, here we go. Meta. Oh, you know you're in trouble when the dictionary chunk is this big. In fact, it's this big. It is this big. Let's see what it says. Meta. Going a bit further. Meta. Meta. In the midst of, among, between, with the help of, in favour. Can I go further? Meta. And then there are various sort of whether it's dative or accusative or there's some poetry uses here. Besides, over and above, of things. This is where we get the philosophical use of it, where we speak of metaphysics. It is speaking on matters of them. So also coming into or among pursuit of place, after, next. Of time. So the common usage here does seem to be after or among, next to. But very specifically after or among, but not before. Not before. There is a different word for that, but I forget what it is. I know in Latin it would be ante or pre. Among, next. community, participation. Oh, yeah, we got. It does have behind here in one of these arguments. So is that be bind or is that behind? That's a difficult font. I'm pretty sure that says behind. Backwards. Well, see, there we go. It has contradicted me, so it is further more complicated. And then I think we're on different words after this. Yes, and that's a different word. Okay. We didn't write down what a pay means. Good thing I kept that. Okie dokie. Where was the pay? I don't see a pay. Was it a pay or was it a different word? I've completely lobotomized myself. No, it was a pay. A pay. When? Okay. Let's return to our book. See if we've learned anything. Epei meta. I think it means around the wall. That could be a loose translation. What? Oh, I've forgotten what pay means. Oh, crap. Damn it. I've got to find it again. The trouble with this sort of thing is you forget, you focus on one word, you have to focus so much on it that you forget everything else. That's part of the difficulty. So I've got to find it again. Pi. We're looking for pi. Ah, good. There was a bit of a crease in the fold, so it went back to it easily. Yeah, pi. At that time, or when. I'm gonna go with when. Yes, I'm gonna go with when. When among the wall, but it may be on the wall. They may be on the wall. I'm gonna guess on among the wall. Entoi in the field. Oikade. We had this word before. Oikade. What does it mean? Is that the eraser giving me a terrible taste in my mouth? It's the only thing that's changed. It's a metallic taste there. Could it? I think it may be my fan. Where's my fan? Turn this thing off. I think it may be the fan. That was a horrible metallic taste in my mouth. How dreadful. Okay, oikade. It's not the same as this, is it? Oikade. What was the other word they've got here? Pa ne nuk us un. What's that? Is that an I? Have I written an I there, or is that a T? Wait, where is it? What have I written? Is that an I or a T? I think it's an I. I'm gonna check. Let's check the PDF. Let's find this in the PDF and see what it says. No, I don't think we've read this. Natalon, that's not what we read. Ah, this is it, I think. Yeah, it was a T. It was a T. In fact, we have a translation here in Italian. This word means ritornano. Ritornano. How helpful. Anyone speak Italian? Hang on, is this the same word? Epana. Yes, it is. Okay. Well, let's make sure our writing is clear. Where's my pen? I just wanted a pen. Make sure it's clear. Really clear. Bit too clear. Oh well. These are very good pens, by the way. Papermates. Very good pens. But what does this word mean? This Epanakutai. Italian ritornatio or something. Let's go have a look. Right, I dropped my book. Am I on the right page? I'm still on the right page. Okay. Back to the dictionary. This is what a lot of this is what language learning is all about. Okay, EP Epana. So I'm going straight to the start of it. This should be easy. EPANE Epane. Epane. Here we go. Here we go. I think we found it. I think we may have found it. Epanarume. Epanakume. That's the only one we have. Let's see. Epanarupu. I think this might be the one. I think this may be the one. And this means to return. To go over, to pass over, to go up, to ascend. In the field. Oikade. And that word. I think it means return. I'm going to guess return. They return. I think this is a plural they're using here. And so this must be our Greek equivalent of the Latin redeo, meaning also return. Let's see. They return. Okay. Let's see. Now, what was this Okade? Because we skipped this one. Okade. Or Oikade. Do we have it anywhere recently? Because it sounds familiar. But I don't see it. But I don't see it. Ah! We found it. Oikade, home. I think we had this not recently on the same page and spent the same time wondering what it meant. Oikade, home. Okay, we've reached the end of the sentence. So what have we got? What have we got? Let's see. Brew. Oh, we forgot Tauto. Okay, hold on. Tauto also appears before. We've got to fill in that word. Do we have any other Ikane? Okay, Ikane and Tauto. Let's look for Ikane and Tauto so we can complete this sentence. Ikane and Tauto. Ikane and Tauto. Ikane and Tauto. Ikane and Tauto. Yeah, it's always a decision. Is it quicker to refer to the dictionary or to go to previous pages where it likely is? The way these books tend to work is they'll give you the same word and they'll just keep repeating it over and over to drum it in. Evidently not working. And of course, if I don't find it here, I've got to go to the dictionary anyway. I'm not seeing it. To the dictionary it is. Let's look for... What's my wrong page? Oh, we didn't have oikie there either. Ad oikie. I in the town. Does oikie mean olive oil? We had this a while ago. Let's go to the start of chapter 4. That's where we'll find it. Let's see. In the field, work on law, achievements. Sure we do. No, that's Elias. Oikie is different. What is oikie? House. House is house, right? Oikies, yes. Oikie, house. Homes. I believe that is plural. Homes. But what is I? This one should be easy to find, but I suspect it's going to be, I think it's, maybe it's going to be in the homes, but let's have a look. There we go, we don't have to go looking at the side of the dictionary for this one. It is, well, did I really pay £6.50 for that? Well, it's an expensive book. AI. Not that AI. AI? We're probably going to pass it. Oh no, is it? Are we not going to get it? It's not going to give us this word. Oh, hold on. Surely, AI. What do we got? I don't think it's the second one. That is, speaking of Gaia. AI. Strong desire. Oh, that. Would that. Oh, that's a difficult one. Does the PDF use this one? No, it does not. Have we used this elsewhere in the book? AI. AI. Of strong desire. Oh, that. Would that. This is quite antiquated. What's the context? Maybe it just means, oh, for the houses. And we got it here again. Curious. Is this a second word here at the bottom? Hold on. Do we have another one here at the bottom? Oh, let's look at the accents on them. No, the accent doesn't match. Doesn't match in the other one either. But this is also of Ian, which doesn't make any sense to us. No, I don't have a displayer. There's a third option that I'm going to try. There is a third option, and that is to look up an online dictionary. I'm going to do that. Let's see. To do that, I've got to first type in the word, and I don't have Greek alphabet, so I have an online thing. Let's see. Well, they've updated it. How do I do it? How do I do it? AI. Ah, here we go. And we're looking for one that goes this direction. So that is that one. No, sorry, it's on the I. I. How do I get that? I, like so. Took a long time. And then let's go over to my Greek dictionary and type in what that means. Huh. No information. Have I written it the right way? AI? Wiki's AI. Okay, that's the one of these is definitely the, right? It's AI. AI. Okay, say oh, challenge. D. Let's final strategy is to once again look through the book again and see if we've used this word before. This one should be easy to spot in a crowd. Oh, here we go. The, we've used it here, meaning the definitive article. Let's assume definitive article. The homes in the town. No, we already got that definitive article there. ID homes. I can't work it out. Hello, Billy. We're trying to figure out Greek here. We have some we're confusing ourselves. We're totally lobotomizing ourselves. we've got this word here, I. AI. In previous usages, let's see if it has any. Here we've used it as a definitive article in many of these. Does it have any other usage? Because the doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sure it's a scary language for anyone but the Greeks. As they say, it's all Greek to me. But the trouble is, I'm such early days in learning Greek. I know so little Greek that this kind of thing struggles. After a while, these words become easy. You don't have to think about them. And then you just have to worry about uncommon words that show up once in a while. And if you get really good, eventually you figure them out intuitively. Either through context or just the way the word looks. I'm not seeing any I here. No, I'm beginning to worry if I've made a mistake here earlier on. We got while for D. I'm gonna just straight up put that in because I'm guessing. Well, it could be but. Yeah, they haven't used I for an article in any of this other than the chapter I'm on, which worries me. It worries me that it may mean that actually it's not what I think it is. What's the start? Oh, I think I've got another book. That one. That one. I have another book here. This one is of Greek grammar, and let's cut straight ahead to when we start actually doing the language properly, somewhere around here. Here we go. I don't know how far into this I got, so I may not have the words I'm looking for. This is a Greek grammar. And here we have lots of articles for the words. Toe, toing, toe, toes, toys. And here we also have oi, but not I. I'm not seeing I, which makes me wonder that that's not actually what I immediately stand corrected. Here we are. I. And it is exactly the I we're looking for. So it is indeed a definite article, the word. These words here in front of the word, they all mean the same thing. They mean the. And indeed, here it is. Let's see. I can't remember what any of these words means. Plural. This is plural. Plefuntikos. I can't read my own handwriting. I think that's a upsilon. I think that's plefuntikos. And this is orphe, which I think is the nominative. So this is the nominative, plural, what is this word for turbo? Hurricane. I can't read my own handwriting. Blah. Okay. We've satisfied ourselves that this is probably a the word. So we all plural of the. So we can return to our book with some confidence, and already here we have the. The. I guess so. And maybe we'll write the as well. I don't know. I'm at a loss. Okay. Let's see. We had some other words here. We got ikanai. We didn't find ikanai. Maybe this was the word. Ikanai di ikanai. Agroikos di ikanai. Perhaps this means adequate. Agroikos? What does agroikos mean? Something farm related, I think. Agroikos. It is not big, it is farm, or the farms. But ikanai. Enough. And I think we have this from the first chapter. Let's have a look. Small farm not may provide, but strong it is. Ikanon. Good enough. Ikanai. Sufficient. And agroikos, I think, means farms. Well, this should be they are. Let's get my eraser again. Hey, sit. They are. Okay, now we've done the sentence. Let's see, what have we got? We've got they remain the homes. This sentence here is all a mess. In the town are not big. They are not big. They're not big farms, but they are sufficient. Through the we didn't do Tauto. We forgot Tauto. Okay. One last go at the dictionary. We're going to go look for Tauto. One last word. And where is Tau on that? On the side of our dictionary. Tau, all the way down here. Okay. Alright, we already got T-O. Now we're going to find Tauto. Upsilon is quite near the end. I remember that at least. Is it that far at the end? There we go. Tau. We found Tau. Tauto. Taute. Tauto. Not saying it. Tauto. I think Taute is the best we're going to get. It means in that direction, there. That might be acceptable. In that place, perhaps. Have I got the spelling right? Where was this Tauto word? Tauto. Taute. And does there suit Tauto? Through there, the farmer's house they like. Maybe. There was a T. I think we had Tauto elsewhere in the book. I'm going to have a look. I'm curious. Well, we have. No, that's just a good thing. Never mind. Now I'm thinking about it, I may have benefited to have read through this all once before to remember all these sorts of words, which almost certainly have appeared before. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying Tauta. Come on, one more page, one more page. Whatever. Let's see. What have we got then? What have we got then for this segment that we've done? Agroikos, the Ikanai, Dia Tauto, Oi Georgai, Tes Oikies, Filusin, Kai Mala, Kai Rusin, Epe, Meta, Te Herma, Ekton Agron, Oikade, Epanokusi, Nukuchi, Epanakuchi, ridiculous word for return. I think that's as far as we're going to get. I think that was quite intense. There was a lot of words here we struggled to find, and even some grammatical structures we struggled to understand. So even though we only did a sort of small part here, and there's much more to go, I think we'll call it quits there, because we've almost certainly used up all our brain juice. That was a good bit of fun. That was a good bit of fun. Learning some Greek. Maybe one day I'll be as good at Greek as I am Latin, and it'll start being fun. We'll start being. See, the thing is with Greek and Latin is the easier one. One, because it uses the Latin alphabet, aka the English alphabet, which it makes things so much easier. But also the words are much more common. A lot of the words in Greek you really never see. You only see scientific words in Greek, like agriculture. But Latin is a bit more commonplace. There's a lot more words that we still use, like super and post and ante. We use these Latin words all the time. Not so much Greek. Greek a little bit, but not so much. Not so much. That makes it more difficult. But in terms of what's written in Latin and Greek, in my opinion, unless you're a Christian, if you're a Christian, there's a whole world of stuff. You can read all medieval texts and stuff. They're all written in Latin. In fact, there's so many of them that actually not all of them have been translated. There's still work to be done there. Most people just don't really care. But when it comes to Greek, now you get all the Greek classics, you get all the Greek philosophers and the Greek poets and the Greek playwrights and historians and
politicians. There's a lot. You get Herodotus, you get Thucydides, you get Plato and Aristotle. You get all the Aristophanes, Aeschylus, Sophocles, Euripides. So many famous names. I'd really love to be able to read them. Oh yes, I have a little Fumo here. The story of it is actually quite tragic, but here it has been revived in a positive light. At some point, I need to fill these shelves and this table with something. It's a bit barren at the moment. I'll have to sit down and think about what ought to be on some shelves. Go through and sort of put stuff on there. Maybe one day. But I'm totally done. The heat has made it a bit harder, I'm almost certainly. Thanks for watching, and not sure what we'll be doing next time. I should probably do maybe some more art or something. Or reading of something different. Who knows? Thanks for watching.